welcome back to another episode of the DailyFlip podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're going to be flipping through a pretty quick story, but I had to bring it to your attention and I had to ask the question. The first question, leave a comment. I want to know what your opinion is. You can currently turn off personalized ads. What if I told you on Meta, on YouTube, that they're headed towards a path where you can't turn them off unless you pay? That's what this indication in this report coming out of the EU and England seems to suggest. Throw your comments down there. Would you pay to be unpersonalized ads, basically? I think that's probably the best way that they're going to get money out of this, because the people that already want to pay for it are already paying for the premium features, and this being a premium feature is interesting. So let me give you the actual information. We're going to probably make it to 5 minutes today, and I'll leave you there after getting through it. Quote, subscriptions start at $2.99 a month, around $4 for users logging in over the web, Meta said. Android and iOS users are going to have to pay more. Quote, Meta is bringing its pay or consent ad model to the UK after months of wrangling the regulators over the controversial policy. The update will force Instagram and Facebook users to pick between being served up personalized ads or shelling out for monthly subscriptions to ad-free versions. And you may be thinking, wait, hold on. Alex, they're saying ad-free versus not ad-free. Listen to that part again to understand the really important wording. Quote, to serve up personalized ads or shelling out for monthly subscriptions to be ad-free. What does that actually mean? Well, personalized ads means that they are actively tracking what you are doing, and they are giving you content and ads for products that meet your current profile. You can actively turn this off, at least in YouTube. You can right now. I don't have Instagram anymore, though last time I was on Instagram, you could turn off personalized ad. You could turn off personalized monitoring. And now they're saying, oh, you don't have the right. You don't have the ability to opt out of these personalized ads unless you pay for it. And making this a premium product, a premium feature in the subscription bundle is absolutely outrageous. By using their platforms, you are obviously giving them consent to already do some sort of monitoring. They have to, in order to tell people what you like and be able to actually make it a social platform for you and your friends. But this is a world in which they are trying to force you to be an automaton in the, the movement of the manipulation of the markets outside of their platform. And I know that's a bit hyperbolic, but as a person who always opts out, or at least as much as I can, always opts out of giving more information, rather, I would always prefer to give less. This is outrageous. I should not have to pay in order to limit what you can see from me. Because it's not as though you can't serve me up ads in general. And yes, I understand that the platform loses money, or at least those ads are not as effective. Therefore, the value proposition for the people that are buying advertisements on those websites are not getting as much from what they are paying for. But guess what? One, either make better ads that are better for everybody rather than try to hyper-target, which I understand defeats the purpose of certain marketing mentalities. But also, why don't you market somewhere else? Oh, because the eyeballs are all there. That's fair enough. I hear that counter argument. But the question is, why do you have the right, just because the eyeballs are there, to exploit their personal habits and this data that can be used in other ways to maliciously sell people who have problems, maliciously sell items to people who have problems? Now, that's not a moral imperative of anybody, the government, to force people or force companies to stop these practices simply because, some people can be hurt. It's a moral prerogative. It's one that you should take on as a company and that we should push back against. I think if this policy comes to the United States, we don't buy the ads. We don't use their platform to give them ad money. We say no. Now, of course, I'm crazy. I'm already off Instagram. It's easy for me to say. But I want you to really think it over. If you were forced between paying to not be maliciously assigned ads, or at least being targeted by ads. There's a reason they stopped using the word targeted ads and that it's still used in a malicious fashion. Would you pay for that ability to stay on those platforms without it? Or would you not give any hoots and stay on there? It's an interesting thought. Throw your comments down in the comment section. I thought this had to come to light because I read it really quickly from The Verge this morning. I sent it to a few of my coworkers. When my coworkers came in and said, "Oh, that makes sense." It's like, the general idea is you either have to pay to not have ads or you don't have ads. But no, the actual underlying thing that's scary is the fact that the hyper-targeted, personalized ads are not opt-outable unless you pay. So with that, if you want to read the entire article, it'll be linked in the description below that like and subscribe button. Also down there, you can find the podcast on Spotify, Pocket Cast, Podvine, as well as the Twitter handle at your Daily Flip, where I post links to these episodes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the 6 and 6 podcast, which comes out on Tuesday and Thursday. So with all that said, there's only one more thing to say. Stay safe. Don't die.